Let's keep moving, everyone. We're going to move into. There's no public or statutory hearings, no delegations, bylaws and policies. Public notice bylaw number 1112, 2025 adoption. There's a recommendation the District of Sycamores public notice bylaw number 1112, 2025 be adopted this 10th day of December 2025. Councillor Evans, Councillor Beach, Campton, would you like to speak to that, please?
Sure.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Absolutely. I'll just give a quick overview. This is our public notice bylaw, which sets out our statutory notice requirements. It's been talked about a great deal at the council table already, so we don't need to talk about it all too much today. So today we brought forward the bylaw for adoption, and then there's another recommendation afterwards for the policy that goes with it to also be adopted, which pretty much just outlines council's preference for how we go about exercising that bylaw.
Okay. Council, any questions? Let's call the question. All in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Recommendation that the public notice policy number A38 be adopted this 10th day of December 2025. Can I get a mover on that? Councillor Evans, second. Councillor Beach. Campton, did you want to speak to this?
I think we've covered it.
Okay, we're good then. All in favor? Okay, that's carried. Fees and changes or charges amendment bylaw number 1098, 2025 adoption. There's recommendation the District of Sycamores fees and charges bylaw or amendment bylaw number 1098, 2025 be adopted this 10th day of December 2025. Could I get a mover? Councillor Evans, Councillor Bailey. Nicole, take it away.
Yep, thanks to the chair. I don't have any slides for this one, but this is the adoption of the fees and charges amendment to add an application fee for citing permits now that the building bylaw has been adopted.
Council, any questions? Call the question. All in favor? And that's carried. Thank you. Staff reports. There's a development permit attachment 25 DP 007425 Main Street. There's a recommendation that the District of Sycamores Council authorize the proposed amendment to development permit 24-076-DP for 425 Main Street. Could I get a mover on that? Councillor Bushel, Councillor Evans. Nicole, would you like to speak to that?
Thank you through the chair. I do have slides for this one. Thanks, Bianca. Okay, so the property we're looking at should be pretty familiar. It's 425 Main Street. It's currently town center under the OCP and zoned C1 local and town center commercial with some site specific regulations to allow storage. Okay, a little bit of a background, just as a reminder. 2024 was a busy one for this. So original housing agreement came through, and then shortly after an amendment was made to the housing agreement. In May, the property was rezoned from MUR1 to C1, and then the original development permit was issued, and that's the one that we're looking to amend tonight. In July of the same year, development variance permits were issued for various things like setbacks, landscaping, and then April of this year, the building permit was issued. And so today, obviously an apartment building with commercial space is currently under construction along with one of the storage garages in the back of the lot. Going backwards. Okay. Okay, so at the request of the developer and for clarity going forward, the proposal is to amend the original development permit to recognize what has been permitted under the building permit. And then we have one discussion point on the storage garages. So I'll go through these bullet points in the next slides. So one of the amendments is to reduce the building height of the main building from 19.52 meters to 18.3 meters. So on the left, you can see the building had some more curvature on the roof, and now it's a little bit more flat. And then reducing the commercial space area. You can't quite see that, but it's 4,334 feet squared to, yeah, I said that, we are 3,883. And the reason for that is now that the building code has been looked at, they had to do some jigging around. A mechanical room was required in one of the units. So there's a little bit less commercial space there. And then this is one that we could discuss, is removing one of the storage garages. So obviously one is being constructed right now, and that's the one in the right right-hand side of the drawing there. So that one's being constructed. That's the one that has the storage lockers. But what they're proposing is to remove the one that's on the left there. So they'll still have the parking spaces. They would be painted and then some additional landscaping. And then a couple other ones just to mention. So they had to relocate the transformer site. It was proposed behind the building, but Hydro requires it up front. Relocating some of the parking stalls for fire escape route, modifying some access ramps. You wouldn't see it on this drawing. And then some updates to the landscaping plan afterward. And so we did discuss it at the Planning and Development Committee meeting, and the recommendation was to approve the development permit amendment to the original DP. And then that is also what we're recommending tonight.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Bushel, go ahead.
Yes, through the chair, just, I came to planning and, pretty much all of the, concerns or amendments they wanted were pretty straightforward. They're concerned about the, removal of the garage, but it actually opens it up more for the residents anyway, so, that wasn't a really big concern. And then, the hydro vault, it would have been nice to have it in the back, but, hydro wants it out front, so hopefully it'll be, landscaped properly and look well. And, but no, it was, recommended by planning.
Thank you, Councillor Bailey.
Yeah, I think certainly any of these changes are completely sensible. Like you have to have mechanical rooms, you have to have certain things for hydro. And the storage is, I mean, that was almost an add-on in the first place anyways. It was supposed to be parking. So the fact that it's going back to parking, I have no worries about. Hopefully it goes up quick. I see it going up.
So
Good.
quick question, that was just a reduction in commercial space by 300 square feet?
500 or 600.
Back to it.
Because
That was a big part, of having commercial space on Main Street on the,
Yeah, thanks.
100 square feet?
But if I could note,
Go ahead.
you're not losing units. All you're doing is they're just slightly getting smaller because of the mechanical aspect. So you still have 3 rentable units there, which I think is what council asked for. And I personally, as a commercial property owner, I don't think it would make any material difference because you haven't actually shrank it to such a degree that it would impair the use of it. So it's just, you have to have those electrical rooms. Yes.
Thanks, Councillor Bailey. Councillor McCabe.
Yeah, just a quick question. Are they gonna have, do they have plans to wrap that hydro box? You know how they wrap them?
Oh.
To make it look a bit nicer because it's gonna be up front now?
Andy?
Uh.
Could we, I don't know.
Yep, through the chair. I mean,
Go ahead.
Chair, we can make that request to the developer to arrange that with BC Hydro. Yes.
Just to brand it. Okay, anyone else? Councillor McCabe, do you have another question or is that just a
No, I forgot to take my hand down. Thank you.
legacy hand? Okay, all right, let's call the question then. All in favor? And that's carried, thank you. Okay, new business. We have council direction on 257 Finlayson Street. Ian, did you want to start this conversation?
Council doesn't have a, resolution on the agenda at this point. I had a recommendation to you at this time, which would be, the council direct staff to review the future of 217 Finlayson Street property and provide a report and recommendations to council for their consideration prior to any decisions being made on the future for the property.
Thank you, thank you, CEO. And just for those online and in the gallery, the health center has moved out of Finlayson Place now, so there is some vacant space in there. So the future of the vacant space and the building, we should have a discussion about. We do have some tenants in there right now, and but we do have some vacant space in there as well right now. So, Councillor Bailey.
Yeah, I like the motion and I think it's been something on the community's mind for quite some time since we embarked on the healthcare center, is what are we gonna do with that building? And I don't think it's not a secret that building's old. There's issues with that building. And that's, I think some of the stuff that staff can further investigate and come up with a report back to council so that we can have that conversation with the community of what happens with that property. And I look forward to that because I think it is a community decision and it's a chance for us to engage as well. And I would maybe add that to to the motion, is that we do engage the community and what do they think this would be? I don't have any preconceived notions. I know I have a lot of people ask me about, hey, what are you gonna do with it? And I'm just like, well, I don't really know. It's not a new building. It's old. People know why we built the healthcare center, because we had to move into a more modern facility, and we've done that. So now the question remains, what is the next iteration of this? It's a public owned piece of property, it's a public owned building, and we need to know what the taxpayers are on the hook for in terms of expenses that would have to be put into that place to bring it up to standard as well, and have that conversation and see what people think. So yeah, I'm glad we're having this conversation now.
Good, thank you. Councillor Bushel, did you have your hand up?
I would second the motion.
Okay, so, Ian, you want to make?
Yeah, so I think the motion would read that we direct staff to look into, you want to say options for 217 Finlayson Street. And at the same time, also direct staff to come up with a public engagement process for 217 Finlayson.
Gordon's going to second that. And Councillor Beach, did you have something to say?
Oh, no, I just.
Okay,
I support it.
okay.
I support.
Any other discussion? Okay, let's go.
Can I clarify the motion just to make sure we're all together?
Yeah.
Okay, so that staff be directed to review options for 217 Finlayson Street and present those options to council at a future public meeting, and that staff be directed to devise a public engagement strategy plan.
Yeah, and I just wonder, so when we talk about options, that's pretty broad, but I think based on other conversations, is that clear enough to staff to understand what we're kind of looking for when we say options? And I would include in that the financial side of things.
The expectation would be is that we would provide a report that would have both financial consequences, the different options, or not consequences, financial component to the options would be presented. Public consultation, what was the wording you had there, Canton?
Consultation plan, devise a public consultation plan.
The only word I would ask to be amended, if it's a friendly amendment, is to not use devise, but say incorporate community consultation plan.
That makes sense.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Good, good with that. Good. Councillor.
Yeah, totally okay.
Councillor Bushel. Any more discussion? All in favor? And that's carried.
That was a really fast discussion.
All right. There's no notices of motion.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Just ask a question because it's connected, but it's not part of that, what we just voted on. Would it make sense to also talk about at that meeting, or ask the public what they could see in place of that building on that property?
That's part of the resolution. That's part of the resolution.
That was
That's
the
right.
solution.
Yeah, we
I didn't
that.
catch that part.
It wouldn't happen at that meeting. We would have a plan for that, similar to what we saw with the Finlayson Park property.
Okay.
We're gonna come back and do a neighborhood plan. We're doing consultation. We're gonna outline how we're gonna do consultation. We're not gonna have completed that consultation. We're gonna ask for you to endorse our consultation plan.
Okay, yeah, that's all I was thinking, yeah.
Okay, so moving right along here. We've got an annual appointment for the Okanagan Regional Library Board. There's a recommendation that Councillor Evans be appointed to the Okanagan Regional Library Board for 2026 to represent the district of Sicamous, and that Councillor Rich be appointed as an alternate to the library board. Can I get a move for Councillor Bailey, Councillor Bushel? Is there any discussion about this?
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Bob and Julie. Me to take one for the team. It's a good cause, right?
I didn't get it.
Library is very important. Okay, let's call the question. All in favor?
And rent,
And that's carried.
can rent movies from the library. Absolutely.
Okay, we're gonna go into correspondence for information. Does anyone has everyone gone through the correspondence? Does anyone want to speak to the correspondence?
I'm just going to promote Councillor McCabe back to panelist. It looks like he got booted out.
Okay. Okay. Anyone? All right, then let's move along. Committee and regional district reports, initial internal committees for information on there. And the CSRD, which I touched on today a bit. All right, that was super quick. I think that might almost be a record. We're gonna have a public input session, so this is where the public is welcome to speak for 3 minutes. Can I get you to come up to the podium, state your name, please?
Hello, everyone. My name is Ken Malin, and I came down here with a question to see who was going to get in the lake this Saturday for the Sicamous Polar Plunge in support of the Eagle River Secondary School. And I'll also add that I have a $50 donation for any of you guys in this room who gets in the water from a business I partnered with.
Well, I can begin.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting in that water, but I will make a donation to the school. And we have for many years supported that through the businesses I have. But I'm, I've done the polar plunge. I can't say I enjoyed it. I'm not doing it again. So, but I will make a donation.
That's awesome. Thank you, Ian. I can't blame you. I was just in it the other day.
You're younger than me.
Councilor Rich.
Yeah, through the chair. Thanks, Ken, for doing this and for the high school. We appreciate it. Can we put it on to someone else? Like, I think I might have a kid that can go in for me.
Yeah, I was talking to the business who's donating the $50 and you wanted to add that if you guys don't want to jump in the water or can't jump in the water, if you guys raise $50 yourself, that would also be amazing. If not, if you gotta, I know I was talking to Gord Bushel and he's gotta go out of town, but it's for a good cause.
Councilor Beach.
I thought I actually told somebody I would donate $50 towards that. So I will put $50 as well.
Councilor Evans.
I will be visiting my granddaughter in Kelowna that day, sir, but I will donate $50 as well.
Oh, perfect, Bob. We appreciate it.
Councilor Bushel.
Donating 50 as well.
Awesome.
Not here.
Awesome.
And I, as well, will not be taking the plunge. I don't take the plunge when it's plus 30, literally. Because I am such a great swimmer. But I will donate as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'll throw in $50 there too.
All right. Give an email. We're just doing e-transfers.
We'll
Want to
be going in again?
I'll be going in. I got a Santa costume. I'm gonna be jumping out the house.
I do have. Okay, thanks. Councillor Bushel, did you want to say something?
I think our Mexican friend down there wants to donate 50 pesos.
Yeah. If we could provide the email address, I can do an e-transfer.
Oh, perfect. I appreciate that.
Okay, yeah, Ken, just send council email for the transfer.
The staff note.
Yeah.
Just send it to Campton an email as to what email address for the donations. They're online.
Okay, send it to who? Sorry, I don't know my.
Hampton.
Yeah, she'll give you the email.
Okay.
Then we'll get it and send you the money. All right.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
Did you reach out to like the principal and the teachers and students?
We got quite a bit of people on board. I'm doing it with, his name is John Krupa. And he's the leader of the
Pack?
pack.
Yeah,
So
good.
he's been in contact with everyone and, if you check your Facebook tonight, we got another video challenging the teachers coming out.
When was the dip? When was the?
Saturday.
Saturday.
13th, that's the-
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you, Ken. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Is there anyone online? No?
Online.
Okay, that's it. We're gonna call the council meeting. We are gonna go back. I'm going to adjourn this council meeting at 5:26. And we are going to go back into in camera.